Good afternoon, Bob, Trade Genius, 22nd of March. And getting a little bit of a bounce today. And, if I'm reading this right, maybe probably sold off for the week. And then we'll go into next week and see if we get a second move down. But I'm just going to go high-low on volume again. And leading the pack was XLF. And kind of flattish today. Hit the S1 pivot and it bounced, filled the gap, and then got a little weakish. Momentum already is overbought, and stochastics are embedded down. So I still think we have another leg down in the financials. I think that'll drag the market with it, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen this week or if we're going to kind of consolidate here for a couple days before we take our next leg down. Things seem very controlled to me. SPY looks very similar to the financials, and I think that's what's leading the pack. So we had a bit of a buyback today, and maybe we'll climb up to that pivot at 234.98 area, and then bang on that, and then roll over into next week. But again, stochastics are embedded, and we already cycled up pretty high on the momentum indicator. And usually when that momentum indicator goes up pretty fast, it's usually just short covering versus a stronger move. So we shall see. Emerging markets flattish today. The VIX had a contract roll today, and so you had the big push up on VXX, and then it was kind of flattish all day. We had two great trades in XIV though. We made over 2%, 1% moves, and even with the market down and flat and XIV down, we made money. We have a good signal, and people make a lot of money from it. And we still have our sale on, so if you're interested in joining us, people made a lot of money today on XIV, and like I said, unless it's really an embedded down day, there's always an opportunity to squeeze out nice gains in XIV, depending when you buy it. And we have, right now, especially when volatility starts really picking up, we'll get a lot of these intraday moves where we're in the trade literally for an hour or less, and be able to make a lot of money. And then also you can buy puts and day trade them as well. So we did both today. So anyway, volatility I think has a little bit higher move up, and then it'll roll down. But tomorrow and Friday they tend to pull volatility because traders will start closing positions in Europe tomorrow, and I mean in Asia tomorrow, and then Friday morning the Europeans will be closing out, and usually that gives a bit of a bid to the market and takes the bid away from volatility, which drives XIV up and VXX and UVXY down. So unless people are expecting some bad news going into the weekend coming out of it, we should see some consolidation and some drifting up in the marketplace, which will help us if shorting vol. Now it was a flattish day. IWM, I went ahead and sold some put spreads for Friday, 132, 130, 132.50, 130.50. Got 36 cents for it, and I think we probably bottomed for the week. At least that's my play. But I have room all the way down to 132 to be wrong. So we'll just see what happens tomorrow. If tomorrow IWM is up and these puts lose half their value, I'm likely to close it so I don't have to risk another overnight. But I think they're following the financials, and I think we're going to have a probably good chance we'll run up to back up to 135 on IWM before we get another roll over into small caps. UVXY, I think we'll see. I I think we'll see 1604 before the end of the weekend. If not, we're gonna climb up and hit this area next, right here, 1924, 1925 area, and that'd be a good place to short as well. But usually when money flow rolls over, it's a good trade, and the stochastics never really got up too high on it. So I'm playing that we're going to get a rollover in UVXY. I have for next Friday. I have the 17 puts. CHK hit support at 5. I know one of my subscribers has this. I think we're going to get a nice run, probably up to like 530 area. So, FYI to Scott. Twitter, it had a buy on it. I just didn't want to mess around with it. XLE, I think it's trying to put in a short-term bottom. Oil's been really just messing around here in the mid-40s. You know, going into next month, we'll have a 2-month where we'll have some strength in the oil market. If it gets down to $44 area, then I think probably the move's over for the summer, and then we'll see further weakness into the winter. But, you know, I don't think we can push on this one too hard for the downside. Like I said, XIV had 2 great trades on it. See both those big white candles here? We caught both these moves. And we had, I have a signal on the 5 minutes that I trade on. And so, you know, I look for those every day. And so that's where I make most of my money. XIV, UVXY puts. And it was just, they were just sitting there, fat pitches for home runs. Earnings report, totally didn't trade that. Gave us a signal though earlier in the week. I was playing with Nugget, didn't want to get too much exposure. When the market gets hinky, I don't like to have too much stuff open because it gets too hard to manage it all. A little bear flag hit the pivot. We'll see if that rolls over. Technology is what helps or hurts SPY. UNG is starting to sell down a little bit. I think it's another one more consolidation, but spring is coming. And between now and the next 3 or 4 weeks, probably be our last shot long UNG. And then we'll have to go into a short natural gas mode. Dust, nothing. SWN, we're in it. I don't know about that tail. I have my trade set, so I didn't really watch it today too much. And but I'm expecting Southwestern Energy to get a bidding, get a profitable trade on this. It's holding support really well. Real estate, nothing to talk about. GLD, it hit some resistance here, so we may start seeing some consolidation on this. Maybe drift down to 118 before it takes its next move higher. XBI, we get a buy signal on XBI. We're profitable in the trade. And I see where those red dots are. That's pretty much where my target is. And but anything above the pivot, I'll look to get out and try to take my 3 to 5% on the trade. Bear flag on discretionary. I think there is no discretionary income. Okay, I think we a little bull flag on SH, which I think will then translate into probably some more weakness with SPY. NAK. Nothing on the miners I really want to talk about. Silver, they're pushed up hard against trying to get some resistance. Oil had a little bit of a bottom. I wasn't surprised. They always do this. Tuesday down, Wednesday reverse. And I think that gave the market a bit of a bid. But oil's not going anywhere. Like I said, it's trapped mid-40s here for now. We're in MOS. Our buy price is at $30 plus some change. And but I'm just sitting on it because it wakes up and it just rockets. So as long as my stop doesn't get hit, I'm going to hold it. I like MOS as a company. TWN hit the moving average and backed away, and I think it's going to consolidate before it moves higher. Let me get out of my IWM trade, and then I'll flip it to a call spread for next week. A credit call spread, that is, a bearish call spread. Okay, ERX, we talked about that. Drip, I think if you're in drip, you had a good run. I would let it consolidate, come back down if you're going to take another shot at it. But, momentum's rolling over. Money flow is ready to roll over. The only thing that's keeping it very interesting for people is stochastics are staying embedded as a buy. Dollar's consolidating its loss from yesterday. This gives you concern with the miners. If they roll the yen over, and if you see the yen tonight, the dollar yen pair up after the market reopens today, you can expect market up, gold, silver, miners down tomorrow. Just FYI. And it'll do it ahead of time. You'll see it. It's amazing what stuff they give you ahead of time, and that they use for funding for tomorrow. So just watch the dollar yen pair tonight. CRK, moving on. I'm not going to talk about the ags too much here. And let's see if anything else I want to show you. I think that's pretty much it. So, like I said, I think we're going to keep moving down. It's going to be jerky, and seems pretty controlled. But this market, it's 15% overvalued. It should come back down and test the Trump election gaps. Nothing's changed. Our economy is growing at less than 1%, and healthcare and rent are just chewing everything up. So I just expect this to come back down and at least fill those gaps. How fast, is anybody's guess, but it's way overbought right now. It's overvalued. It's obscenely overvalued. It's just that they won't let it crash. So you just have to be patient and take what it gives you. Anyway, that's Bob from Trade Genius. Check out our half off special. The response has blown me away, and I don't normally brag on these videos, but we're doing really well. Since I did this, February I think was the only month we really struggled, and it just took me too long to figure out what the hell was happening. And but c'est la vie, you learn. And we really off to a great start again in March. And so and XIB trade, we're just literally banging out almost 1.9% a week on XIB now we're averaging. And like I said, it doesn't matter what the market does. XIB will be a great trade all the time if you know when to catch it. Credit spreads, other than what happened to us in February, been we're back on track strong with those. And the ETF trades we just grind out wins on those. So come check us out. Price is dirt cheap, compared to what you get. Join our chat room. I'm always there, always helping. And there's a great community of traders on there, some new, some really experienced people. And everybody is willing to help everybody else make money. So tradegenius.co, put anniversary in the code. Check it out. Buy an annual if you want. Buy a monthly. It's so inexpensive that you're taking a flyer on something that may change your life for the good. It's Bob from Trade Genius. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye.